Hi ladies and gents, welcome back to Miss Raga's Art Room. Okay, here we are. We have finished the majority of the work on our portrait. Okay, we can see that we've got beautiful color, we've followed those value ranges, we've turned shadow into shape, colorful shape at that, and we've recreated this portrait mosaic style in these beautiful, really bright, vibrant colors. Okay, last steps for you. Okay, little finishing touches. If you would like to, if you had details like eyelashes and such, those you can draw in now with a Sharpie if you want, optional. Some students choose to take paper and like fringe and create the eyelashes if they got covered up, but again, you do not have to. We're really focused just on the value and the color shape. For me personally, I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm not gonna worry about that, okay? What we need to do now is cut our portrait out and pick out our background to mount it onto, right? We wanna have a high contrast background, a color that's very different from the colors we've used in our portrait to really make it pop, to really set it off. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your scissors and you're gonna really carefully, nice and tidy, cut out your whole portrait all the way around the edge. And you're gonna get right up to the edge of that color paper. You don't want any of the white or gray of your background showing. Now, if you have an area where there's like, an elbow and there's a negative space in between, where the elbow touches part of the body, or I even have on my other portrait here. I'll grab that in a second to show you. Nip this bit away here, set this down. Maybe you have some of these little detailed negative spaces, right? Where like hands are in front of hair, in front of the body. Bring that up to me. I can always cut that out with an X-Acto knife for you. And again, it's just good craftsmanship. Really take your time, get right up to the edge of your colored paper. Nip away any of the background. That doesn't work. And then you don't need to keep that background paper. We can go ahead and get rid of that. Go ahead and trim off extra little bottom bits here. Now I'll just get around the bottom of this hair. Get in really close to that colored paper. It's okay to even nip a little bit of that colored paper off too, just to make sure you're getting that background really neatly trimmed away. Okay, there's my beautifully cut out portrait. Now the next thing you want to worry about is take a good look at your portrait and see if there are any really big visible gaps. One of the parts of your rubric is that your colored pieces are 100% connected, so there are no big visible gaps. Now obviously little bits like this, that's totally fine. That's part of what makes it look like a mosaic. But this is the time to notice if like, oops, I forgot a piece up by an eyebrow, or oops, over by the hair, if you've got any big noticeable holes. Okay, and if so, you just want to cut an extra little sliver of paper or trace that shape and get it filled in. Then it's time to select your background. I recommend taking your portrait right back to my paper racks, okay, and actually holding the picture up on different colored backgrounds to see the colors you like. I've already done that for the sake of this video, and I've selected this beautiful magenta background, very different than any color that's in my portrait, high contrast, okay? And so now I'm gonna glue it down. So what I'm gonna do is flip my portrait over. I'm gonna add a skinny glue line to the edge of the whole portrait. Right around, skinny glue line, edge of the whole portrait. Okay, and in the middle. Get a good coating of glue. And then this is the part that always grosses students out, but I recommend taking your finger, be okay with the stickiness, and just smooth that glue down so you get even coating, particularly towards the edges of your portrait, so you don't get like corners poking up or whatnot while we put the Mod Podge coating over top of it. Okay, so just give it a good stick down, okay, and then place your portrait. Now as finishing steps, you'll bring your portrait to me. We'll trim off any excess negative space in your composition that you don't want, okay, so that the portrait looks nice and tight. And then your last step will be to select your finish, whether you want the finish coating to be matte or glossy. What's the difference in the look of that? Matte just meaning not shiny. We've got some watered down glue to help seal in all the pieces, okay? And it'll just dry without a shine to it. Or we also have an option of glossy Mod Podge. See the shine there? If you'd like that for your coating, to just make sure all the pieces are sealed down. Okay, and once that dries, then we'll pick our final mounting paper to put these portraits on to really finish them off. But other than that, ladies and gents, congratulations on finishing your mosaic portrait. Excellent. See you next time in the art room. Take care. Bye-bye.